Are you, with the men that you're getting with, are you honest with them?
Some of them.
She wants to say something.
Hold on. With the men that you're sleeping with, I asked you if you're honest with the men that you're sleeping with, and you said some of them. Do you,
I have a so like, and I'm a woman, and I don't think any other way, and I like a man, and a man likes me for me. Like.
They all didn't know I was transgender, but I had an amazing time out.
I don't want to be tricked.
Who tricked you? I thought I looked like a man. If you don't want to date a trans woman, make it clear and carry a sign yourself. I got enough to carry myself.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. First of all, before we even get started, there is so much, look at this. I'm using natural light today, so if my screen looks different or weird, it's because it's the sun, all right? It's the sun. So hopefully you guys can still see me. We're all good. All right, let's go. So this video, we're going to be talking about, I guess you could say, a controversial topic. To me, it's just common sense. But for the woke left, it's going to be controversial. Because I'm going to be saying things that they do not want to hear. But you know me. So, as you saw from the title, and of course, probably the thumbnail, you guys have a gauge of what I'm going to be talking about today. And I'm going to call it trans cat fishing. Because that's what it is. So today we're going to be talking about, is it morally corrupt, I say yes, to be a trans identifying man, which is a biological man who identifies as a woman, who lives their life as a woman externally. Is it okay for them to essentially trick or not be truthful or 100% honest with biological straight men who think that they are engaged with a biological female? Now that could be dating somebody, kissing somebody, or actually having sex with somebody. Is it morally corrupt to not be honest up front? Or is there room for interpretation because technically these trans women see themselves as women, so are they obligated to say something if in their minds they are no different than a biological female? That's the dilemma, right? For some people. Now, it's not a dilemma for me because I'm somebody who lives in reality. I'm somebody who accepts biology. I'm somebody who understands science and understands the natural world. And you can live your life however you want to live your life. If you see yourself as a woman, if you see yourself as a they, them, as some other entity, as an extraterrestrial, I don't know. Okay, whatever you see yourself as, live your life and be happy. But where it crosses the line is when you start to engage with other people who do not know and you begin intimate relationships with these people. That's when it becomes a problem if you're not honest and upfront with whom you are engaging with. And I'm going to show you a video of a trans identifying man who essentially brags about tricking men into bed or tricking men into intimate affairs without telling them exactly who and what they are. So let's watch this clip together and then let's talk about it.
The front desk person at my hotel is outside my door right now. He's fine as fuck, bro. I bet y'all I could get him in here. I don't think he knows. What's up? Thank you. What's up with you, little daddy? You trying to come in here? You fine as fuck. For real? Yeah. I back home. Can I record?
Yeah. Pretty deplorable, right? Pretty gross, in my opinion. Sitting there and saying, I don't think he knows. And making a mockery of this person to see how far you can go. Now, what happens if that man who works at the hotel room, now what happens if that man who you lured into your hotel room finds out that you really are a biological male and he goes crazy and he attacks you? Then what? Then it's going to be, oh my God, the poor trans person is being attacked by the vicious straight male. And, you know, this is why we got to protect trans women. It's like, are we not seeing how we went from point A to point B? Do we not see it? Because what I see is entrapment in that video. What I see is somebody who, I'm going to just say it, that's borderline grape. And I can't say the actual word because I get demonetized, but you know what I mean. That is borderline sexual assault because you are not being truthful and honest with the person with whom you are sleeping with or attempting to sleep with. Because I don't know if they actually went all the way or not, don't know. But what I do know is the intentions were clear. The intentions were, I'm going to trick this person so I can validate and affirm my own self-identity. Because if I could trick this straight man, then clearly I must be a woman. The problem is you cannot use men for your own games. You just can't do that. You can't use other people for your own games, because you are playing with fire when you do that. You don't know who you are messing with. Now, he may say, oh, wow, you're trans. I don't care. Let's have some fun. Okay. Or he could say, oh my God, you're trans, you tricked me, and then go crazy on you. And God forbid you lose your life, because it has happened. They're gonna, see how far they can go before they say something. Maybe he'll realize, maybe he won't. Let's see what happens. Why? Why not just be honest? Why not just say, look, I like you a lot. I'm happy that I met you. But before we go any further, before we go into the realm of intimacy, before we move into the role of romance, I want you to know something about me. I actually was born a male. I live my life as a woman. I've had the surgery, or I haven't had the surgery. I don't know, because some people are post-op, some people are pre-op. Whatever it may be. This is who I am. This is the truth. And then if it's meant to be, he'll accept it. If not, move on. But what's happening is you have these trans identifying men who don't want to deal with reality. They don't want to deal with the fact that, yes, many straight men do not want to sleep with other men, regardless of how they identify. They just don't. And really quickly, that does not make them transphobic. Because I've seen this so many times. I've actually had a conversation with somebody on my TikTok. I had a long argument with this person because the video that I was responding to was a video in which it was questioning, should a gay man sleep with a trans man, meaning a biological woman? And if he doesn't, would that make him transphobic? Of course, I say absolutely not. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, the whole point of being gay is liking somebody of the same sex, biologically speaking. Right? Having the same anatomy. That is what attracts you to that person. That's what makes you gay or straight. And another person responded and said, that makes a person transphobic. If you're not going to sleep with a trans man, then you are not accepting that person's identity. Blah, 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 blah. Listen, you cannot push somebody to sleep with a person that they do not want to sleep with. You just can't do that. You can't do it. And I also find it ironic when people say that, because isn't that kind of like borderline conversion therapy that we saw in the 50s, right? Like telling a gay person, no, you're going to sleep with the opposite sex, period, end of story, or something's wrong with you. Well, how is it any different than saying to a gay person, if you don't sleep with that biological woman who identifies as a man, who doesn't have a penis, that makes you transphobic? How have we gone full circle and come back to this? Like, how? How have we done it? Now, again, who you sleep with is your business. I don't care. It's your personal business. Do you? Not my business. But it becomes our business as a society when you have people purposefully trying to trick others into bed with them, or trying to emotionally manipulate people into being okay with sleeping with someone that they don't want to sleep with because they're going to be afraid of being canceled or being labeled something. Get out of here with that crap. Like, come on. Please. Spare me. But back on topic. You cannot play with people's emotions. You cannot catfish people into bed with you to affirm who you think or who you feel you are. Just can't do it. And one defense that I keep seeing, particularly on TikTok from trans women, is, well, these men know. They know. It's not tricking. They just don't want to admit to themselves that they like trans women. But here's the thing. If you're not being upfront and honest with that person, you justifying your trickery by saying, well, they should have known or they knew, is no different than a straight man graping a woman and saying, she wanted me, she knew she wanted me. Now, do you not see how it's the same thing? Lying to somebody to get them into bed is never a good look, on the basis of they must have known. What if he didn't? You don't get to manipulate him. You don't get to lie. You don't get to coerce him into bed to make some point. To say, oh, well, you see, he can't tell the difference, so I am a woman. There you go. You manipulated them into bed to affirm yourself. But it gets even worse, because this person that I'm talking about, this trans-identifying man that I'm talking about, also had this to say about using the ladies' restroom.
Y'all bitches is so mad I used the girls' bathroom, baby. I'm in here balls and all. Bitch, don't make me whip it out and make you suck it, ho.
Okay, I'm gonna just say it. This person is a predator, in my opinion. And no, not this kind of predator. This kind. The fact that you would sit there and antagonize women in the women's bathroom and say, oh, I'll whip it out. Whip what out? Oh, your male parts that you say you don't have? The parts about you that actually make you a man? Oh, that. Oh, so you'll weaponize that when you want to make a point, right? Then you're a man, but in every other aspect, you're a woman. You see how that doesn't make any sense? See, because a true biological woman cannot just whip it out and assert her maleness. Can't do it, because she is a biological female. But it's funny how these trans-identifying men go full male when they get upset or when they want to make a point. Then suddenly, they're twigs and berries, it matters. Now, I'm sure that this person was being sarcastic and trying to be funny, but the point is, you're acting like a predator. You actively lure men into your bed and lie to them. And now you're in a lady's bathroom threatening biological women if they don't like what they see, then they can bleep it. Not okay. Disgusting on every level. And stuff like this, antics like this, does not help the trans community. It does not help the trans agenda. If anything, it just makes it worse for you and your community. I don't understand how these people do not see this. Like, it's mind-boggling to me how out of touch with reality they are. But then again, when you get affirmed 24/7, it doesn't really matter, right? You can say whatever you want to say because you're going to be protected. Because our society today protects the less than 1% and the hell with the 99%. It's crazy. In my opinion, if you are a trans person, whether male or female, yes, you do have an obligation if you are interacting with a person who identifies as straight, who is a biological male or biological female, you have an obligation to be honest with that person about your transition. Because like it or not, you are not a biological fill in the blank. You're not. You may identify as that, but that's not what and who you are in terms of biology and science. And that person that you're sleeping with has every right to know who they are sleeping with. Every person has a right to consent to say yay or nay when it comes to intimacy. You do not get to take that power away from them to affirm your own delusions. No, that is a crime. And if it's not a crime, it should be a crime. Anyway, it's a short video today. I wanted to just give you guys that input because I saw this video and I was like, are you kidding me right now? I've got to talk about this. I've got to tell my subscribers about this because stuff like this is so dangerous. And then when violence does happen, which is really sad, we miss the how we got there part. People like this trans person is the problem. They're not helping the trans movement in any way, shape, or form. They're hurting it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of this story. Was this trans person in the wrong or in the right? Do they have an obligation to tell people that they sleep with who and what they are? Or is it all fair game? I have a feeling I know what you guys think, but I'm going to ask the question anyway because I got to. If you enjoy my content, please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit my notification bell so you know when I post a brand new video. I'm also available on all social media platforms, including Twitter, also known as X, TikTok, and on Instagram under CurlyBoyChuck. Until next time, peace.